I think we're all facing the same questions. First of all, we very much believe that this has to be born out of insight. It has to be driven by the strategy for the brand. We have to agree on the measurement and metrics goals up front. I think we've made a ton of progress in developing the kinds of models that will allow brands to start to be able to judge ROI. We're about halfway home to the Holy Grail, and we would like to think, way ahead of the industry in understanding that. I think we have to understand we're at the very beginning of an evolution of a space that is brand new, and if we start to compare it in broad strokes to the advent of cable television 30 years ago, we start to realize that we are at the very beginning. And I think, as an agency team, we believe that this space, i.e. the digital content space, is critical to the future of communication for our brand partners, and we are committed to the space. And so hosting the Digital Content Newfront and helping the industry work through some of these issues in such a way that we can help grow the pie and answer some of the many questions that we're seeing, we think it's just really important. And so if we, through the Digital Content Newfront, are able to advance that conversation and get some of these issues out on the table, I think we've accomplished half our goal. There are some successes out there, and I think this is the time to dig deep and figure out what is working about your business model, what is challenged about your business model. I think one of the things that we're hearing is we have to have a distribution vision if we're creating content. We have to figure out some way to measure it in an intelligent way, and we also have to figure out how are we going to activate this content, how are we going to create participants out of consumers in partnership with our brands. And as traditional content creators face this space, that's one of the biggest challenges, is figuring out what tools are available to activate, what tools should I be thinking about as applications, how do I think about relating to community, building community, working with social networks. So we very much believe that we're in a period of experimentation, and we have to continue to focus. There are programs that our clients are continuing to invest in. We're figuring out what's working about them and improving what we can, experimenting and tracking, and those commitments remain.